Hi, my name is Courtney Miller, and I am blessed to serve as the Director of Harmonium Healing. And it is my pleasure to be here with you right now to just answer some simple questions about harmonium, such as what is harmonium? And what happens when I come to get a harmonium session? And even more relevant, why do we even need to receive harmonium? And why is everybody saying now is the time for harmonium? So these are common questions, and that's why we're creating this space so that we can have this conversation. So you can have all the answers you need and you know where to go to for more information. So thank you for joining us, and let's begin. The first question, what is harmonium? We could write books and books and books about it. So let's just start off simply and say that harmonium is an energetic healing system. It is a transcendental healing modality, and it is gentle, it is non-invasive, and it is an incredible blessing. Harmonium is a healing modality that actually allows the recipient to make changes in their life. For example, if you're anything like me or like any other human being on this planet, we all have these different aspects in us that we've probably tried to change, to improve. Maybe habits like to be on time or to be early, or maybe to eat a certain way, or anything like that. And we try and we try and we try. Sometimes we have some success, but then we kind of fall off and then we try again. Thank God we keep trying. But what we need is a permanent solution. So this is exactly what harmonium healing is. Harmonium healing is a permanent solution so that you can make the changes that you have always wanted to make for you, for yourself, so that you can be the best you possible, right? But you haven't been able to do it yet. And I know there's a lot of systems out there that promise this. I know there's a lot of books. I'm sure you've heard a lot. But I'm here to tell you that harmonium really is an authentic and viable way to change and to accelerate your personal growth and to accelerate your spiritual growth and to really bring out the light of the divinity that's inside you. I actually have a client, she's a new client, and the reason why she came back for her second session is because she said everybody that saw her said that she was glowing. And they were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she's like, I just did harmonium. So harmonium literally will illuminate you from the inside out. Why? Because it's actually purifying and it's healing you from the inside out. So it's starting to cast away any of the negativity from the past, any of the negativity that's in your mind, any of the negativity that you're carrying around in your heart, like this heavy burden. It just washes it away. Even after one session, you can see and feel a huge difference. So that's a little idea about what harmonium is. It's a healing modality that will allow you to be the best you ever. And in the process, you get to relax very deeply, very profoundly. Most people say that when they receive harmonium, it's the most relaxed that they've ever been in their entire life. And I say this is true for me as well. When you get on the table to receive harmonium, it's like you go to a whole other place. So what happens when you get a harmonium session? Well, if you're going to a center, what'll happen is you'll be taken to the healing room and there'll be a massage table and you keep your clothes on. So that's nice. It's not threatening in any way. You keep your clothes on. You'll take jewelry off and then you just lie down on the massage table. And if you want to have a light sheet or if you want to have a blanket, all of that is fine. We can put little bolsters underneath your feet so you're comfortable. We do everything we can to make sure you're completely comfortable because it's very important when you receive harmonium that you can relax completely in every way. Also, when you go to receive a Harmonium healing session, most likely there'll be some healing music on in the background. And there's a good chance that this is the root light healing beyond medicine music, which is exactly what it says. It's divine, sacred music that brings healing, and it's way beyond what we consider normal medicine, like when we take medicine. Just through the sound and being in the vibration of the sound current, we already start to feel at peace, so we already start to feel relaxed. And the nice thing is with this music, there's many music with words, like with mantras, and there's also music without words if you prefer just instrumental. And then still, sometimes I have clients that prefer no music at all, and we can do that too. It's completely up to you. When you come in for a Harmonium session, it's your time. It's your time to heal, to rest, to receive, and to get that light and the infusion of divine love so that you can rise in life. Okay, so it's your time. So you come in, you're made very comfortable, you're wearing your clothes, there could be music or there could be not music. And then even though we have a lot of different techniques in Harmonium that we can use to address a lot of different issues, most times you're going to receive a Harmonium healing technique that you'll receive lying face down, so that the practitioner can work very gently with very light touch along the spine, from the nape of the neck down to about the belt line or maybe the sacrum, maybe a little lower. So it's a light touch, it's rhythmic touch, it's part of a defined protocol for how we give Harmonium, and it's designed to relax the body and to progressively move you from your awareness of your everyday life to move you into a state of complete relaxation. So it's very, very simple. And then at the end, your practitioner will just like tap you on your shoulder and will say, okay, it's time to sit up now. And then they'll have you sit up and we'll do some grounding sweeps, starting with your head all the way down off the shoulders and the spine. And this literally is for what it says. It's grounding, because it's another worldly experience to receive Harmonium. Most people have a very blissful experience, and just so relaxing. And when you come back, it really is like a feeling of coming back. So we need to make sure that you're grounded, that you're present, and that you can go on with your day. So usually you'll be offered some water, or depending on which center you go to or where you're at, maybe some yogi tea, so you can just get back in your physical body and integrate and merge with the rest of your day. Sometimes I have to receive my own Harmonium sessions in the middle of the day, and I still have hours of work ahead of me, but it's the only time I can receive it. And so because it's so important to me to receive it, I'm just like, okay, I'll get it in the middle of the day. And then I have my yogi tea. I go for a little walk for 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm just ready to go right back in. So it's possible to receive Harmonium at any time of the day. You can do it in the middle of your work day. You could do it at the beginning of your day. A lot of people like to do it at the end of their day so they can just kind of go right to sleep, go home, relax, and go to bed. But really, there's no bad time to get Harmonium. And if there's anything that I want you to remember from this, is that it's always a good time to get Harmonium, because Harmonium is going to bring light to your life. It's going to bring grace. It's going to bring blessings. And it's going to move you onto the path of your heart's desires. Now, this is moving us towards the question of why Harmonium and why now. So let's just start with this. Let's just start by talking about the heart's desires and the desires in our soul, that little tiny voice that we hear sometimes, and that we pray to be able to hear more. We're living in an age, and I'm sure I'm not the first one to tell you this, where it's so important that we do what we love and we love what we do. And basically what that means from practical spiritual perspective is it just means that you're doing what's in alignment with your true nature. Now, because of conditioning, because of how we grow up, because of society, because of our perceived needs, it's easy to get distracted and to stop being able to hear that voice, or it's even easy to think that it's a luxury to follow that voice. Well, I'm here to tell you, as a representative of divine spiritual wisdom, that now is the time to hear that voice. Because until you hear that voice and until you follow that voice, you're going to feel restless. And it's not going to be possible to be satisfied. So when we receive Harmonium, what it does is it puts us on the path of our destiny. Let's say the destiny is that desire that's in our soul. Let's say the destiny is that mission that our soul came here to fulfill and to manifest. And so we want to do that. And when you get Harmonium, it puts you on that path. Anything that is not in alignment with that path is going to fall away, because it's just not going to work for you. There'll be obstacles, there'll be challenges, there'll be delays, there'll be unhappiness, there'll be like upsetness, there'll be stress, tension, all of that kind of stuff. And when you receive Harmonium, it's just going to become so obvious to you that you absolutely will have to make a choice that causes you to move into alignment with your heart's desires, because you'll become so uncomfortable that you actually finally have to make that choice. You have to take that risk. You have to make that leap of faith. And then when you do, then your whole life changes. Everything opens up for you, and it's a whole different ballgame. That's why we say with Harmonium, you create a new reality, because all of us in some area of life, and maybe more than one, we have parts in our life where we don't have that feeling of fulfillment, where we have a feeling of restlessness, where we feel like, you know what, maybe it's okay, but it could be better. And maybe up until this point, we've been willing to settle because we don't know how to get out of it. Maybe we're like afraid of like the backlash, what will happen if we change the rules of the game in that part of our life. But we need help. We need a way out, because life is a gift, and we're here to live life. And in divine spiritual wisdom, we teach that love gives birth to life. So ultimately, we are now in the age of love. And everything that we do, all of life needs to unfold as an expression of this love. And this year that we're in right now, 2016, whether you study numerology or not, whether you study the planets or not, it doesn't matter. It's very simple to understand. 2016, when you add 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6, you get 9. And 9 symbolically stands for the planet Mars, which is energy of fire. So whether you understand numerology or planets, I bet you have noticed this year a feeling of increase in fire in your life. It shows up in combativeness, it shows up in recklessness, in impulsiveness, it shows up in wanting to be reactive, it shows up in disharmonious communication, it shows up in agitation. There's so many ways that it shows up in, right? I don't have to list them all. But what I'm saying is 9 is also a number that indicates long overdue change. And all of this fire energy, it's not for nothing. It's for a reason. It's for a purpose. It's to be a catalyst to initiate this long overdue change. So all of us right now living on this planet, we are all experiencing the influence of this energy, this fire energy. And it's time to make these changes that are long overdue. And Harmonium can do that for us. Now, Harmonium is not a magic pill. I'm not saying that. There's absolutely no shortcuts when it comes to life. There's no shortcuts. I wish that there were. I wish I could say that there were, but honestly, there are no shortcuts. So if anybody's trying to tell you this is a shortcut to this or a shortcut to that, I would think twice about it, because there really are no shortcuts. So it's not that Harmonium is a shortcut. It's not that Harmonium is going to do the work for you that needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, in order for us to experience that fullness of life and the fulfillment of our heart and our soul, we have to be the ones that do that work. We have to be the ones that make those choices. We have to be the one to shift our mental attitude, to shift the way we respond emotionally, to shift the words that come out of our mouth so that we can create this beautiful, desirable reality. But Harmonium can give you the awareness that you need to do it. Because let's face it, if you tell somebody your reality, you created it through your thoughts and your feelings and your actions and your speech, most people will be like, no, I did not create this, because if I was creating my reality, I would create something different, right? Isn't that what most of us would say? That's what I said. I was like, I don't think I'm in charge here, because I would not create this or this or this or this. So this brings us to the very interesting paradox, which is that we actually do and have created our reality. The problem is that we're creating it unconsciously. And what we need to do is move from unconsciousness to consciousness, from unawareness to awareness. It's our unconscious creating that is attracting challenges, obstacles, blocks, problems in the family, problems with your partner, all of that stuff. It's the unconscious. It's what's buried in the subconscious mind that's being projected onto the screen of our conscious mind and then playing out. And we don't even know why we do and think and feel the things that we do and think and feel and say. We're just doing it. It's coming from the subconscious mind. Harmonium will purify the subconscious mind. It will cleanse the emotional memories, the traumatic memories, the limited conditioning that we inherited from our past. All of those seeds of thought that cause us to sabotage ourselves. All of those seeds of thought that cause us to limit ourselves and think like, well, maybe this is as good as it'll get. Maybe I should settle because I don't know if there's a possibility for it to get better, and I certainly don't want it to get worse. All of that's the fruit of what's going on in the subconscious mind. So what Harmonium does that nothing else does that I'm aware of is that it purifies the subconscious mind by bringing those thoughts that are buried so deep that we can't even see them. We don't even know they exist. We're not even aware of them. Harmonium brings those thoughts into the conscious mind so that we can see it. Then all of a sudden, we're in a situation, maybe we're in a conversation, it's escalating, we're in an argument, we're getting activated. But after you've received Harmonium, instead of reacting, what will happen is the subconscious thought will come in your mind that's caused you to generate this habit and this pattern in your life and to attract this kind of person into your life. You will see that subconscious thought and it will free you. Why? Because truth frees us. Truth sets us free. So when you receive Harmonium on a regular basis through the infusion of this divine love and divine light, in life, you start to see things that you didn't see before, and you have a direct encounter with the truth. And then that liberates you, and you can make a different choice. And you don't have to do what you always have done. Respond the way you've always responded. You don't have to react the way you've always reacted. Harmonium is a subtle healing modality, but anybody that I talk to that receives Harmonium on a regular basis will definitely say their life is improving, their relationships with other people are improving, their relationships in their family, their relationships with their partners, their relationships at work, like everything is just improving. There's more harmony, there's more flow, there's more grace. And this may seem like a small thing to you, but it's actually everything, because our life is our relationships. It's made up of our relationships in every part of our life. And in this year, when everybody is much more easily triggered, when everybody is much more easily activated, when everybody is much more quicker to think the worst thing instead of the best thing, of all years, this is a time when you need to bring the cooling waters of Harmonium into your life, not just for your sake, but for the sake of everybody in your sphere. So you get to bring peace into your life, and you get to be a catalyst for peace in everybody else's life. So there's many, many, many reasons to receive Harmonium, and this is one of them. It will bring peace into your relationships. It will allow you to see the things that you couldn't see before, so you can make different choices. So you can be free to be that person inside of you that you know that you are and that you can be. And it keeps you from being reactive. And that is a watchword for this year. If there's anything this year that you don't want to do, is you don't want to be reactive, because it's just going to create more karma for yourself. Now, if you're watching this and you're not used to these words like karma, we'll just break it down really simply. Karma in this case is like action, reaction. If we do something that's in harmony with the laws of nature, then the reaction is going to be something that's in harmony with the laws of nature. If we react in a way that we go outside of the laws of nature, then the reaction is going to create more chaos, right? So basically, when we say karma and creating karma, we're talking about creating more chaos, more things that we have to like clean up. And we're already in a cleaning up year. This life, if you're alive right now, you're in a cleaning up life. This is a time of purification. It's a time where you can be reborn, literally be reborn, and manifest the fullness of the glory of the self that is you, that is the divine in you. It's that time. So it's a cleaning up time. And the last thing that we want to do is add more garbage to be cleaned up. So Harmonium, number one, it's going to help you clean up the past. And number two, it's going to cause you to make a radical internal change in how you think, in how you feel, and how you speak with people, in your actions and in your attitude, so that you're actually not generating karma anymore on a day-to-day basis either. And when this starts to happen, life really becomes a series of blessings in every possible way that you can imagine. In health, in relationships, in your career. It is possible. It is possible to live the life that you've always dreamed of. What you just have to do is we have to clean up all the subconscious thoughts that are keeping us from that are keeping us from our light. All we have to do is purify the subconscious mind, okay? And then in the process, it's going to remove the burdens of the past, remove any negative, emotional, traumatic things that we've experienced that are still stored in the body. You're just gonna wash it away. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. Levry when he teaches the Harmonium training is that Harmonium washes the dirt away. It just washes the dirt from the past away. And it really does. We've had a lot of incredible responses from people who received Harmonium, people who didn't know where to turn in terms of their health, people who didn't know where to turn in terms of their relationships. And everybody that comes to Harmonium is better. They're better, living a better life than they did before they found Harmonium. So I can 100% say that Harmonium is for everyone. And I definitely invite you to receive Harmonium. And actually, this is a time where you want to be getting Harmonium once a week. And for some people, even twice a week, to help navigate everything that's coming that needs to be faced, especially if you haven't had a system before in the past to help you face yourself, to help you change. Now is the time to do it, and Harmonium can help you do it. So hopefully that answers a lot of your questions about harmonium. I can also let you know that harmonium is different than other energetic modalities in a couple of big ways. One, as you might have already gathered by now, harmonium goes to the seed of the problem, not to the fruit. So if you come to a harmonium session and you say, my knee hurts or my leg hurts, and can you give me a harmonium to fix my knee or my leg? You'll receive your harmonium and you may or may not feel that relief in your knee or your leg or whatever specific symptom that you came talking about. And it's because harmonium works in a different way. Harmonium works through the intelligence of the light and love, and the energy goes where it's needed. So whatever pain you might be talking about, you definitely might be feeling that. We call that the symptom or the fruit, but the fruit came from a seed. So we have to go all the way back to the seed and start to bring harmony there and healing there. And it happens automatically. It happens automatically in the harmonium session because harmonium is a technique. It's a physical technique that you can learn in a harmonium training. And it's also an energetic transmission. So there's an energetic transmission that happens through the electromagnetic field of the practitioner that impacts the recipient, and the recipient shifts and receives the light and receives the love. And that energetic transmission goes exactly where it needs to go. So you may get that relief after one session, but it may be 5 sessions or it may be 10 sessions. And along the way, you start to see that other things are improving. Maybe you stop smoking, or maybe you stop eating sugar, or who knows what, because everything is connected in the human body. So it's really important to understand that when you go to receive a harmonium session, it isn't symptom specific. It's very different than other healing modalities in that way. We're not going to ask you, okay, where does it hurt? And let's do something about that. There's a divine intelligence at play that knows exactly what to do. And then you just keep getting harmonium after harmonium after harmonium after harmonium, and you'll find that your frequency raises, your attitude is improving, your life is improving, different things are improving along the way. And then at some point, you won't even remember that you had that pain. Okay, but it's a process because spiritual evolution is progressive. It doesn't happen overnight. But like anything that we practice, when we start to do it, we do start to feel better. We do start to see some benefits, but it is a practice. And it's something that you want to continue, and it's something that you want to do in a regular way, in a rhythmic way. The same way you might go to the gym 3 days a week, the same way you might drink hot lemon water first thing every morning. You want to do it in a rhythmic way. Ideally, the same day every week, like every Monday, your harmonium, or every Monday and Thursday you receive your harmonium. But you can choose a day, and then you want to honor that, because it's a time when you're investing in yourself. It's a time when you're investing in your life, you're investing in your future, you're investing in your health. Everything that's covered by the term self-care, you're investing in that. It's a time to take care of yourself. And it's one of the most beautiful ways to take responsibility for yourself that I've ever been introduced to. So if you haven't tried harmonium yet, I really hope that you will soon. I hope that actually you'll call the center nearest you right after we get through with our video, and you'll say, I'm ready to schedule a harmonium, because your life is going to change. I promise you that. I promise you that 100%. And I also promise that your life will change for the better, because harmonium always brings healing change. It's a divine work. It's between you and you. The practitioner is not going to diagnose you. This is not a diagnostic modality. The practitioner doesn't act as a medical intuitive. That's not at all how it happens. You meet the practitioner, they welcome you into the room, you talk for a little bit, 5 or 10 minutes, you receive your harmonium, and then you go on your way. So it's between you and you. Couldn't be more confidential than that. And it creates the platform for real change, to break through addictions, to break through negative patterns, literally to just break through whatever is holding you back. There's a lot of books on this subject and a lot of different kind of therapies that you can go to so that you can break free from negative patterns. But you have to ask yourself, have they worked? Have they worked for you? Have they had a lasting, healing, permanent change in you? And the answer is yes, that's great. But I have a feeling there's at least one area of your life that you'd like to bring more harmony and more blessings to. So give Harmonium a try, because it will change you from the inside out in a permanent way, so that these positive healing changes are lasting the rest of your life. We can't spend our whole life using all of our willpower saying, no coffee, no coffee, no coffee, or no chocolate, no chocolate, no chocolate, or you have to get there in time, you have to get there in time. It's just so tiring. We need our energy for other things. We need our energy to be able to be creative in life, to build things, to manifest things. So let Harmonium help you. Just let Harmonium help you. Let it help you break those negative patterns, break those negative cycles. Let Harmonium free up your energy. Let Harmonium make you the most magnetic, charismatic person that you possibly can be. Let Harmonium help you set your life on the course of the destiny of your soul. Why not? Why not? You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, because Harmonium does all of this that I've been talking about and more. I guarantee. So hopefully you're going to call your nearest center. You can go to namyoga.com and you can find out more information about Harmonium there. This month, actually, in the month of May, we're having our first annual Harmonium Healing Month. And we're having it in Nam Yoga LA and also in Nam Yoga New York. So you can come to those centers and there'll be special pricing. And we'd love to have you. Otherwise, you can email us at harmonium@namyoga.com. I'll spell it for you. HARMONYUM@namyoga.com. And if you're not in LA or you're not in New York, you can write us and we'll direct you to a practitioner near you. Because thankfully, we're blessed with a lot of practitioners all over the world. So we'll take care of you. And if you want to call Nam Yoga LA directly, you can call 310-751-7550. And that's my base. I will be happy to meet you and to welcome you and to even give you Harmonium and to talk to you afterwards. It will be a real joy. It's our desire that we can share Harmonium with everyone in the world. It's our desire that we have a Harmonium practitioner in every household in the world, because we know this works and we know this provides what people are looking for, even if people haven't even been able to articulate what it is they need yet. Everybody that comes to Harmonium is like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I needed. This is what. So hopefully you'll be able to experience Harmonium very, very soon, and that you'll be put on the path of your destiny and freed from your self-limitation and move into the fullness of who you are and who you are designed and meant to be here. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you again.